ye we UK ye be dun komo Ghana Premier League no eye abanawie ye den ene nsamban ene ekoso we ene afoforo bebri ene yaboa no a ye de ba besomwo don hwere be samienu ene akire a ye di animu eye time heba mixture mukutem ene ye de dwumeden ede ba time heba the air can say malaria fever ne bi ene ayo wedro eye time heba mixture wenumato untumi ni di edro no eye time heba mixture misawada se enu akire ye the time heba mixture no eno so e dia bedwama so eno no eboawo a strengthen wo immune system e ba no se o se wonom na asrafo am woni mpedua no no wo mo ye den na wo matumi asori ako atia nyaroa ene ade a eno so ene mpedua no e di esie e simple ehia so be yaransa abrani nyina no nom time heba mixture ne bi na bibia enkoso kama 0244 417 669 0244 417 669 eno ehun 7 no Kulun Ghana Limited Kulun Ghana Limited yedi enro miensa abedwama so bakon eye huntwun capsules eno ene ye dura aba na ebebe tu prostate problems ni na se ede ama wo na ho ato kama mesewa da se huntwun capsules no ewo ho Ghana ha ba bia benya bi ya de Mr. Q enso abedwama so eno na ye dura aba se ebebe tu mmema eha wo mpa so ebebe tu nyina se their friend sexual weakness na chese mpamu no omodembo no yamaku f na chese we pufeli we drone no low libido uni atinka e wo mpam slow erection aden I say peja I say tofom bibi basa kope Mr. Q na nom na muaw araba vaccine pill and also araba vaccine tablet and also we drama so for all the menstrual problems then nanom mana bosume so a sabe as yebesumo yie na mutwa jaju su nsambasa edro no eye araba vaccine tablet mesako pebi na muaw na unya proper air blood circulation ema moja na ntumi ne afurusa ne yie bosume so ye pe na ba enya se 30th na ba na kodu 20 eba no sana muaw wedro eye araba vaccine pill eye Kulun Ghana Limited na o kofa drama o makwa drama so kofa eye ndroi ediaba Colina Heba, Danny Heba, Misty Heba, Blessed Requa, Panacea Pharmacy, and the pharmacy shop will be a big remono on Sabakabi. 0244 275 429 0244 275 429. Telecell cash. When you su Telecell Sima, Miss Osha send a pebi yusu. A son said Telecell, as why a decake, Nasasia de Etienne. And says how this Telecell sending sika elikomo bia ono so yi Telecell ewo app no Sompa free yento kapreba simple and ya to na mon kope Telecell sim na yusu obetuma ko Google Play Store wa download e app no sanso na obetuma send star 110 hash na fi we follow prompt no na we dey sending sika or so send keke wo send koma other networks yato okra no kete uhu se yato sikampo 21st clinic obia waba yaso ye bia no bedia danse se yade a ya friend se sciatica no ohunya no ape bebia akwete ohunya no wadwane ape bebia akwete esanse osuro ye kokokokoko 21st clinic ana mo ye kikim sciatica yade ne se entina enam woto ase esane fa okotodwe ho ade ko wonase se hoto chema eno ene ye friend se sciatica Ghana ha nyina da be biara ne ho akwa obenyare yarosa te se 21st clinic janko a ane yesa sciatica yade no wo ma aka nyina eyemrane mesawada yade bia yesa nemum sciatica no ya be ewom adomu suko abomu degree. You have 15 branches across the country. Edikan here Overseas Junction. Baby a Sompa TV and Sompa FM. Anopay yetia yekasei aha and 21st clinic wamosuo. Obuas your council quarters. Call Junction wa Accra your domi. Sanso Sunya in Kransa Techima Equinina Yankrabata Ashitaho 0249 311 311 0249 311 311 ana simple 0540 311 311 0540 311 311 yekwa amanoni aba na yekwa kodi nkomo esanse ensam efra amanoni ba no edoso but betway bet influencer ono na de yeko betway for the amukanie enra na akono na efe mene Filippo etwo na yehwebo sa me hu se me nua yehuri akosoro na watena se na opagya no sa utumi sa celebration bi aba na me se aden osi betway no ama wenye sika betway terms and conditions apply and regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. But I say betway for the Amokan say so we shall bet na to say the enra Philip uye nanka ukos no odi ama Grace odi ama Jacqueline odi ama Linda obi otwabi nanka odi ama no so use codes no e atwabi na so mu di twa na omunye sika mesraw omutwa ya 4% betway from penny for so mo de be ma umpa way na opeden the easiest the smartest and the simplest way to make money aye betway bet influencer Grace yankwa ma no nemra ejana so yekwa be sesie ye ba dia kani na beto aso yehwetwedi ampo nyankopon no ono na chese oye boafo yenko na yendi nkomo enete na bibia so ntimi nkoso medical dia to anim tatasa nyankopon ya adoma Saturday ana UEFA Champions League grand finale no and so ebetumi abaso don't forget so ye PSG club no and bobo quantity at Inter Milan masa enye game ketwa enti uba Sompa TV no so Sompa na 3.1 our Facebook no so abraso se uba she page na jaw comment to te sadia yenu Isaac Tum all the way from Feyas wa Johnny e we platform the question so na just yetin komo na bibia so etuma koso me patro de tenie and say damin seka and say yenu ESPN wo ma yom combine 11 ahead of the UEFA Champions League game ebe koso no Sompa Sports yenso yeta na beba enche na say de tenie say Gianluigi Donnarumma wo mo se so mo ka PSG and bobo kwani enso at Inter Milan bomber best goalkeeper no Gianluigi Donnarumma onu no was them number 2 Ogani Teddy Ashraf Hakimi onu super start right back wo Christian William Joel Pacho ono super game ni bi Alexandro Bastoni from Inter ono be start Nuno Mendes Nicolo Barrera reference Joao Neves Victor Maxaldo Ferreira do reference Vitinha me Pacho Denzel Dumfries Usman Dembele and of course Vita Varaskelia. These are 11 players I must say nay so much nothing. No me combine 11 almost so ebetuma po PSG 8 players as against Inter Milan almost so then 3 players and the total no and to combine 11 no way according to ESPN also for the bra Johnny I was some television so na bibia so entumi nkoso kama afi yento so nkonsam from e genanya so nti yempru ye minim I power time na so me patcho mam akura ne tin Abdi Abdul Qadir Shanov ne wedding video no me patro de come me wedding video no ansa mama no wedding video no good enti boy ni ne wedding no utumu sa ano den enya sam ketokra we eye Abdul Qadir eye Kusanov ono enso eno no weekend ana word no ekoso na eye word na wiase obia ka wosem ha wa chese decoration bi bia so tumi koso no na chese etitu from kwa ana ekoso word na ekoso eye na wotwa wiye na me pacha no pedia mi nhwekanie and said just after the word no mami next video dia wudi ka boy na minti unkomo kaka boy ni nie awose oko na okokwejem adema na Uzbekistan na bibia so atum eye kama enti wede no eba na wiye no honeymoon wanko okwakopo ede ama omaya na yefanse Uzbekistan na bibia so atum akoso esanse Thursday womo game bo on the 5th of June 4 p.m. a United Arab Emirates and Uzbekistan airport and just after the wedding wanko honeymoon and they oko akwakojem apo edamani country ayo me and the Uzbekistan and aye de totana no and watching on Thursday 10 June another game wo against me and the at the Kyrgyzstan and no so a gamer a bit makoso and ye doing some out of Nadepa let me be so at me aya kama and no you go side in some out of pino and some let me be so to makoso and now no part me baby your story and will fear to my yet for grace my next picture no na minti hun come good ya eda Sompa television no and a pop be kan wasem and my kasa bebre e ho na the tennis Premier League this season Liverpool AJ FA Cup a Newcastle FA Cup no na ye Crystal Palace Europa League a Tottenham Hotspur Conference League a Chelsea me part of 5 different clubs with 5 different trophies and that they turn the way for the very first time ABC England mountain so a bin sita say about season na 5 trophies with 5 different clubs a bin sita this is the first time and no I am smart and that you go shedding some out no at the Bana Bibian so to my coso me part on a probably story from buying Australia mama grand the can hands Ruminica mama the picture was some television so na yenkasa ogla na san kasa this time around or kasa e dia fa UEFA aya Champions League no opening say both have integrated excellently do kano aya former 2 players no musia kadima pine boboko no me cho ogla the tani Benjamin Pava ana fi Yan Sommer sa 2 players no nsem anoka o se baby amusia kan aya club aya fansa intano eno makoye enso de momo se obetuma kan authoritatively they are say semi-final no Yan Sommer or no and the Inter Milan qualifier senye Yan Sommer and Casambu for NCC or said the level sa game no koya no or say semi-final power that level also who it and no you're running somebody to 2010 no now or say Lamine Yamal mun konko sa video ni biem sa brilliant saver Ora Yan Sommer and so make you know and no make you difference and them Inter Milan club no and you run so somebody to try and then you go see in some out turning no and they para bibia so to my kama me to so me conserve from ekwekwedi nkomo bebri esansan somebody Dawson me patro mama owura ne tin at Enzo Maresca wakasa or we approach the first half the wrong way and that's on. In fact, I will have made you my number 9, but you are old now. Rich James told me he was going to win the game for Chelsea and me. In fact, the moment he said that, I knew he was going to make it happen. And no, your Enzo Maresca and Sommer or the 2 channel and to us before say Obechenyi, Rich James abemuno boy ne ka chance owura. For me come them kobo game ni bi na me kwa win game na ma me kwa win game ni dem Chelsea or see the very moment a boy ne ka sa some train no onyagide e ho na ana o ka chance on so onye warm up a chance first half ni pa na wie no ono so e change owura ne jade Marogosto amani ti Rich James be ma ono so no e be make a difference at the Chelsea a football club and ra I was second and obi o try game ni bia no obehunu say such changes no and make it difference bebree at the Chelsea over the right side of the fence yente Enzo Maresca and someone quick na yentoso.
This was the message, but then you know it's the happiness, a little bit tidiness. We had 48 hours less than them. They play Friday for nothing. We play Sunday for big target. So I expect a little bit. And then I think second half we were playing much better. We were more. The process was good, but also was to attacking behind. And first half we just tried to play without attacking behind.
I think that the team looked so together now. Two things we noticed. Obviously, you didn't start Reece, but before the game, we was watching him, and he was going up and he was being a captain. He was talking and he was leading.
Joe, I promise you, I will start always with Reece.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to protect him.
Yeah.
He played more games this season than the last 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And he's happy. He knows that. But he is top player for us.
Yeah.
For us, it's like Cole. The problem is that we need to manage him. And when we change him, he said to me, "Boss, don't worry, we're gonna win the game." Okay. Okay. Thank you.
And also Mallow as well.
Okay, nti eno aye coach aye friends Enzo Maresca in summer or the two in some traffic as any no so boy nankasa catch and say don't worry, we're going to win the game. And you running some no or say or important player at the Chelsea club no the fox one starting interest and hunya or say or important or to say aye ko Palmer pepe how important a Palmer aye the Chelsea no so is player your friends Reece James and no your coach in some no or say this season we play a lot of games and also mo share no managing year and your coach in somebody to try and then you go share the stories out on the bar that be biansum atuma ye kama and none of pen coming more video be and entumamba me patcho Grace mami next video no Nicholas Jackson or say or the trophy at the Africa na yenhwe Nicholas Jackson hawa ono so SG nani wakofa yen machine bi at the sinikwa ho no wayi de kuta no boss ne gandom ani jenkwa Nicholas Jackson. Enti eno aye Nicholas Jackson just any general and so about Ajama boy no wa confirm and also kasa dia chayen or Chelsea season no anya bad obetuma kasa Chelsea season no aye successful mo kasa Chelsea season anya wama qualify for Champions League next season and which no enai wama ji UEFA Conference League asan so ente ka ho empono wama boa ama kwa England slot for aye Europe next season no aye bebre enso ho ni nyina no aye Chelsea boboko no dia ma ye ebi enso no now men ko Manchester City mami Jack Grealish enso Peter no so I mean say kan so peni no wanya adato Jack Grealish enim so nya club obetima ko Pep Guardiola no or the atunenim unsana akwaye rumored akwaye reported akwaye speculations but as I say Damien second so penino enya aka at the check Jack Grealish says on your club obetumako na bibianso atumi aye kama na mdiametin so Chelsea for no Man City bobo ko be double or more effort esansa Kevin De Bruyne call and watching ayem Jack Grealish so kwa or some intensify effort no mo hwe some best strengthen aye metal na bibianso atumako so kama eno anso ye somebody be elpa and no pay yagu then some agoton de pa na bibianso atum aye kama nso ho the patcho Grace mami Jonathan Ta mama ne picture no na sanso mami video no na mintin komo sosia anopeya ababa ye official Jonathan Ta a complete move Jonathan Ta deal no aye done was signed at the Amababo quality Bayern until 2029 or say I want to take on responsibility here work hard every day so that we are successful as a team and win lots of trophies together mama yente Jonathan Ta messenger or dama all the Bavarians Bayern von Jentino.
Hier ist Jona, ich freue mich riesig, liebe FC Bayern-Fans, hier ist Jona, ich freue mich riesig hier zu sein, das sind meine ersten Stunden hier in München und ich kann es kaum erwarten, mit diesem Trikot hier das erste Mal in der Allianz Arena aufzulaufen. Wir sehen uns. Liebe FC Bayern-Fans, hier ist Jona, ich freue mich riesig hier zu sein, das sind meine ersten Stunden hier in München und ich kann es kaum erwarten.
Nti eno aye buy all for Leverkusen player no we wa Johnny Bayern ho no ba beto so also pa no o so Bayern supporters so biabo some team way about a lot of trophies and I get total no and to join your platform no so in Shlapa o male ya to nka Emmanuel say our Facebook and so Isaac Twum was so o Poku Prosper was so platform no so o Wusu Ansa George Samson and Amfanfo Douglas Kodra Asempa of Kodra Sempa furniture works or say SB David baby I want me yanto nka platform kase so na yentin komona bibia so ntumi kama now me da so opan ne boboko na so ye na opinion ne ten enso ede Jean Christian Dressen ono the band see you na ono no de to say wo ye delighted honestly any general harmonia je say Jonathan Ta abeka club na home with that huge experience ono so wono why very consistent ewo ayen Leverkusen boboko no and to such a player so wunyana and also be and what is sporting director Mr. Christoph Fried and also the two powers in him or say in Jonathan Ta we have acquired a player with international experience and top quality in fact who won't need much time to establish himself in our defense in the end wapano instant hit ebefa enso adama club no and ayen somebody be no so totra and that no unim say Jonathan Ta no reporter mean saka say HSC clubs would be including Real Madrid echo medical dia to enim dada say the apostle himself will bossa wo mu ko Jonathan Ta hwanye ye ene ban no kwakwsia kan enso to media mo no ayen some mean second na no pay me go so many stories more enso de pa na bibia so atumi aye kama now me ko Atalanta Pekamo ekwakodi nkomo ogura ne de ade Stefano Pioli mama ne picture no Sompa TV ne so na nsane na be story said Gian Piero Gasperini ono ko na after 9 years with Atlanta no and they adwuma no abanawie ye and that day Damien Saka say abaye official Pegamo phone penny phone na wie next aye penny way the ocean was Sompa television so no ono na babejo adwuma no ye e de ama aye club na bibia so atuma ye kama purely cool aye leave Saudi Pro League no no so no ba aye Italy ababe ye adwuma and so dem mo that is the situation I'm gathering all the way from aye Italy upon so now me that's what Italy me ko Napoli and konkotin commander Patanopes mami coach friends Antonio Conte nan send the bia no stories pa esanse mami Conte picture no Di Laurentiis ono aye president anano ada me koka me be katrel se okwa US waba be se 4 days ni enti meetings ahudu bebre akoso between the president and the head coach aye Conte latest I second and say Di Laurentiis a convince no wa convince opening enough to extend so obeto so aye adwuma enso etumi damo mo the next announcement obete dia free Napoli boboko na so ye no etese aye enei penin eto so aye adwuma enso to edama club na no ye sama eno so epa me da so Italy me free Napoli enko AC Milan enko de Milan honkomo latest on Milan coaching appointment in ye Max Allegri say onu na ehuri abada top of the Lisa wamushe na consider no more from back na be adwuma e de AC Milan when him say ogura your friends Iglita on be adwuma no as a sporting director the main task at him is to find a coach now me adwuma kama and farmer the Rossoneri's AC Milan football club no and to diamete and it's a Max Allegri ebenyaba when him say Max Allegri na Napoli 4 penal but so say no yes Napoli medical dia to anim sa Antonio Conte enko obeto so ye adwuma dia mo e ban sana Max ebeya available to club AC Milan and somebody be no now me free Milan so ye na me nko aye Juve enko nko din komo mama penny efensa Damien aye Komoli penny we ye adwuma o Premier League no wa ye adwuma Dama Liverpool and the top clubs e UK abonten so say Damien second and say currently ono le president Adima Toulouse Football Club and no our France abonten so Mr. Damien Komoli mete say ene day ya ordinary resignation letter e kwakotum oje adwuma no e France ni nyina ne say Juve and na kasa say oba be adwuma as a senior management member and now say management team no ono ene ba beto no as penny for Juve and no ayen sama ne so todwa and na den na megu so amede won sama wodo no ade pa na bibia so etuma ye kama entimo ma me damien komoli picture no na yendi komo na bibia so entum enko nanim mento so enko nsamfo from tentem me da so Italy entrem afiri ho de tenye Gian Piero Gasperini dia metinye ene se openino so say onu efiri Atalanta no wanya adwuma okwakoye enu ntia simple kra ene okwakoye adwuma dia ma AS Roma club no enom ayen sama me second day me guso amede nsama hoto ni nso de pa na bibia so atuma ye kama enti Mr. Gian Piero Gasperini after Atalanta by 9 years okwakoye adwuma dia ma the Romanistas AS Roma and also ehun sam na pa na bibia so atuma koso mame ayen no ni Madueke ne nso de two dwa after omu game no ni Madueke mame video no na yente akura no ensama or the tuja.
There was maybe a little bit of talk that we weren't going to take it seriously or that we didn't value the competition. It's a European final. Everyone knows Chelsea's resume in European finals, so we weren't going to be the ones to show up and not do it and not do our job.
Has this been a good season for a young squad?
Of course. Champions League qualification. We've won a trophy. We won the trophy that we could win. You can only win what's in front of you, so I feel like it's been a great season. It's a European final. I think it's crazy that there was maybe a little bit of talk that we weren't going to take it seriously or that we didn't value the competition. It's a European final. Everyone knows Chelsea's resume in European finals, so we weren't going to be the ones to show up and not do it and not do our job.
Has this been a good season for a young squad?
Of course. Champions League qualification. We've won a trophy. We won the trophy that we could win. You can only win what's in front of you, so I feel like it's been a great season. So
no. Akura na ka semni na wie simple. Champions League qualification woman soccer. Woman so win trophy. They had a great season and no a anonymous in summer or the ato a Chelsea supporters in him and we a Chelsea supporter also when you can celebrate a sense of Bibia Koso at the club or did this a team way a young didn't penny offense Enzo Maresca penny 42 and it say on pre Champions League qualification ning on so much this a team no and crown doors woman Madueke Osa, but they still Esa, even Enzo Fernandez, and Madrid HSN, no players are sending an Omina age no form and a team for the future. I just want to build it into Senay, or my qualify for Champions League, Aqua Trophy, and so the account Conference League. Oma have a great season and no I boy in somebody to try and then an open by story at the I am Avero a Carreras and so on at the chair tier for updating in here and it's a deal no you almost done and they closer and they get a free Benfica abebe shaka dia mama tribobokuno and no pamdi to just president for Benfica opinion the day at the Rio Manuel Costa and Fiorentina Perez womo anyesha nkobo no akwanenim a chese anya samketwa se said the diakano aya between two clubs few details na deal no anso baba yetan and anaya reporter me seka all the way from aya Portugal bontenswa me go so me den sama hotonde ba na bibia so makwenenim afi yento so konsambu from the part of the tenese mami sa story way na me din komo kakra Rafael Leao AC Milan player no Rafael Leao Sir Prince Rafael Leao to Real Madrid biabo wo hwa Vini Junior mo Mbappe enim hona Rafael Leao obenya biabo na esansan ene daneko according to Tuttosport ene ayam Totuma Mekalto Oma a reporter Corre the response reported the same story. The Amukani is simple. Almost Rafael Leao a likely so be free club in Monaco to a sense almost there's an approach from Real Madrid and no and someone would to this morning. Players on to turn on a person free club anymore. And since next season, there's no European football for AC Milan club and no I am someone who the part of it Anthony Gordon and so picture number me Yankasa Anthony Gordon Shaka the madam piece me Newcastle Football Club our UK the part of and penny or say I don't know what will happen in the future now and no ayen samba kwa krandi tuja ningina ne se report ba Anthony Gordon to Liverpool at generating grounds ever UK Bontenso good akura we damete ene se ene Liverpool asase tin komo ehwe so betumanya no amana benso betum abapo club no na bibia so atum akoso kama eno ayansom ne bia no so aguso epa ena no pene aguso no stories no more enso de pana bibia so atum akoso kama mame Loro son picture no minti Loro son hu komo tentem na bibia so atum nkoso beke ye nura me baba ye stories akura no Liverpool epe no enu achi no teams baako mienu bi epe no anopai de ba enu se Arsenal edum hwagim asanya na beboa Leroy Sané o memegya ayem monkum fanso no dana defenders teto na goals ni pa ebeboa Arsenal boboko no na bibia so atuma ye kama no ayansam ne bia no so aguso epe no tai ye guso ye the stories no mo na dem ye check for live on Sompa aye television so mame Anthony picture no na menkasa kakra say Anthony future no I say hange ohu so cool so twaso asiaka de Betis Manchester no asakra ne nje on person be come back to Manchester but United follow so say nay omo beton no and some be recall no and some be friend back manapa no and nay enye confirm boy no after the game ni or say I don't know on one kasakra no nim I don't know what will happen in the future. Only God knows. Let's just say Yankupon Kwanim agent no. Now I will go to the national team and then holiday. Then we will see what will happen in the future. And no, I boy way Anthony. Don't also dia two channel pair you go so ya de some out at the Panabian sweat to my quanim and so we show we so me 12 sonoma consambu from Tentem. According to Don Carlo Ancelotti, was started Juma Yadika dia two tata. Ancelotti say Brazil obe pejano en obeye se Madrid de ni bi pepe or say Madrid said their Madrid edge trophies no the same thing obabeye Brazil national team no onya Brazil Madrid this year nemo Brazil me patron Madrid last year my Brazil are going to play like a Real Madrid but not like this year Real Madrid in fact but like last year's Madrid and no your coach in so summer or the etu etano no afimi ko pasa en konkotin komo medical dia two anim so one Garcia deal no you almost done from Espanyol latest in Marcus Rashford there no yes still Mpedifo Chelsea wamo hwe so Rashford enso bebo Barcelona ya kan cha kra ne se okọ Barca wunya bi mbo pebe bia benya bia po na embo footballing career esansa how Rafinha mo the lives of Lamine Yamal mo adwuma no ebeye ten etso adama kra no so be kokọ kan so ho but so na agent no gu so tin komo oni opinion and the flake mete so wakasa enwo no mete so na agent any opinion first deco enso akasa or Rashford to Barca and no a reporter mean second and that no according to Massa newspaper no we say the chances of Rashford joining Barcelona have increased and no a Jamoso reporter this morning you go so I didn't some out no at the panel bibia so to my come now me concern from when Mr. Luis Suarez and Messi and upon the catcher say womo a co-founders for club Uruguay your friends at Deportivo LSM and they woman invested at some your co-founders and so our South club in some na and no be and Ecoso at SM and they acrono their two powers over friends Luis Suarez at the two powers and him so Ojidisa and yet just the Sicano and the Yamo a sansa no bebre and swum Ojidisa talent bebre and so how mo kono a bit mabwa no one sit down talent no the be so etumaya kama with they are currently our 4th division our Uruguay and so upon 10 so and no ayan somebody be so good so epa and that ten you said one some out on the me a cheer for I go to make a power so grace me nim so bet mama me Chelsea one more title a celebration and I'm doing komo kakra na Jose ono dia odika to bomb no nansane ne go dia wo hwe no ayo ogura friends Todd Bolly ene Nico onano wo mu nyina ho o ma tie pitch no so se enije enya sam ketokra adan o ma di Conference League and no aye dia gusu ekoso ewe Chelsea no na no na John Terry nansane no de to Jose o gidi se Chelsea club no ampa Chelsea team na ye na mom dia kanie wo mu hia top striker. In fact, a striker with experience. Ewe nim ho omunya no ba ko a ebetuma boa mo again. Ojiri se Enzo Fernandez beko a enumanimu ya no wo mo hwe no mo replacement ten team way nkrofo ka say one for the future ampa ojiri se team no anya strong enough. Difference between Chelsea and Liverpool, difference between Chelsea and Man City no e wo soro. And no, John Terry, and so and some of their two channel no pay. Ya the San Sompa II29 na pa na bibian so no. Etum aja kama Johnny Facebook platform na so na yendin komo na bibian so ntumi nkoso. Mpeni fortuna say, Sir Prince Atena say, Sanso and Filippo ewa the apostle himself ono so ewa a kanjen drinking water and only in Sia Benum na boa abudun so no unuma. One kasabe say me fili ayen so papa kanjen drinking water alkaline wom ntebua e benefit e wo nim pedua no ye hu wefu a ye nhia ni body no ne wefu dikan e sanse ene wudin kwa sesa ye fu efu de twedetwe sofuna na efu kakraka no mesra wada pe kanjen drinking water no na enane sade anwa agwo ni pedua no nyina emfemfiri wona ho ntow mesra calcium e wo nsuo no mu magnesium potassium any iron and more than just water kanjen drinking water and no 0241 449191 0241 449191 and no na number obe friend penny for so don't forget so pedudu na to would when it trim Bremen UGC again Tafoot New Road about route junction so wudru hon so a obehu ye nyina na woni etin so so na bibia so etuma ye kama mega cash lucky box on Sompa no eguso ekoso mesawada and now for phone na no wa dial star 426 star 426 star 6 hash na if you follow boss up obehu se obeyi options in Sia at the amount. Select tobacco, or select ya. Now, fee with the Sika to so, be a Sicano with the 5 cities, or the 10 cities, acquire be 1,000 Ghana cities, now they are toso, or the toswa. Na wako umomo transaction no ye free ho, no cha. Ucha e hwana ni amount. One of the most encouraging, the most motivating, the most inspiring message. Cash alert. Na betoso na uswenye cash. Umpewe na pedian mega cash no ehun komo ene eguso a ye no wudi ba e ma wremfi so wundi 18 years agro wei untumi emfa hunjim eno ho nsem no abelefo ahobrase kwan so bibia bokọ de
of course nyankopadu bibia de na kwempa bibia de na kwempa emiado bibia e fine
de yankopon se de amiese
no say there's a finally Chelsea for it me
Filippo de
breaky jinx na
Filippo de no ho ye pa Filippo de no ho ye pa
oh yeah Martin come on
so I wouldn't what you say ho ye pa see na ye hebo no bianca hwenchu bia uncha ko ehura ko soro
ani jaba ani jaba
we are you know say message bia be phone so enika anti mo yankwa yengrom na eni nkomo kakra
Enra Chelsea finally omutime the Conference League edition so going into that game there a lot of us would that believe but then now yes I would that also that perception is so her Rebetis quite monopoly green the omafaso in the Conference League statistically or quite omafaso bomu game any style omudi approach omudi go into games na direct opposite to Chelsea there nti enra na me highlight on the fact say so here on paper, everything, the statistics, no, go in favor of Chelsea. But then, let's not forget, say, teams, no, omumi new style, a direct opposite. And the direct opposites are no, they obey taking the chances, no, and a bit me I have a win. And then I highlighted on some things here. Young quite ni ending come we say, unse na me mao ya say Chelsea will definitely dominate the game, and omu dominate here. That is exactly what Rebetis wants. Rebetis better say Chelsea for end dominating game, no. Omum possess it, omum what omu passes no. But the moment omu Rebetis benya ball no, 1, 2, 3 passes no ma could do any honma omu de ball air continent. And then will be a game bia. When you say in the first half, a man for whom they say first half Chelsea are more ball kese. second half na Chelsea dominated game no. But on him said Chelsea had better possession in the first half than the second half. Among for Adrian Kwasa so. In the first half, Chelsea had 68% possession. Listen to this. So in the first half, Chelsea had 68% possession, and Betis had 62. And then the second half, Chelsea possession and dropped by 64.
Betis had 32.
Yeah, 32. And Chelsea had 67 rather, very good. And the second half, the Chelsea possession and dropped by down. Clearly telling you, say, among for now, no one say, oh, first half, the Betis na bobo ni no. And yes, Betis na bobo ni now. They were doing what is needed in the game, just like Enno Ametina Fiakaye. On say no abeka me catch say, corners or mania in the conference league in Nkwano. Far better than any other team. And no petit munswa or opposition boxer or right next to Chelsea. And Tibo ne on one shot move be but oje no make sure say o 18 baby she go ne ho no oba. Enti enwa first half nyese Betis na ball no. They were doing what is right. Ye entire game. Betis every Chelsea box no 26 times. But Chelsea na yehu ne so on the dominating game no. Onu so Betis box no 22 times. Telling you say Chelsea ball possession nyina but then na Betis for directed the affairs of the game. Mumo possession better hana mo mfa. And in the first half, that was what happened. But in the second half, just like Enno said, edit my analysis, no so I say, there are some individual players. I may feel say with everything said, Omone Beckham to the party, Abwa Chelsea, Abwa Marine, and then everyone saw what Kopama did. In the first half, he was a mere air passenger in the game. But in the second half of mobile game, clearly you could feel say Kopama back game no more, especially when Abrantia, your friend Rhys James, ever can air game no. Clearly you could see say Enzo Fernandez, Kopama, Omadunya that kind of freedom, say Bono, and they were willing to play their heart out. In the end of the day, frankly speaking, I think say tactically whatever we were expecting happened in the game, but just say Chelsea for in the second half, no, they were much more clinical than Betis, and they were in the problem. But Powers, I never quite person. Rhys James is one particular player. I think say every football fanatic be an obi or dog football on your club affiliations and be will want the boy to stay fit. Rhys James. So if he's staying fit for about 3 years, I think Senka. The debate of the best right back, Nana say right back or Nimbo Power we are no. Rhys James ko beje fru bi ansem.
Enra Maresca say said ya muhu Kupama so important for the club. The same level Nana Rhys James so yeah. But the difference is that Rhys James ain't consistent this year because of Prani Adinton. But this year they were bomb more matches even than 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. This guy Rhys James, he's a prop. Clearly, feel say all that leadership qualities, no. But obebo ene no akwate na fi watch na. Man the development nko. And even kwanswara players or mutel pra bebrisa no komo bo na bed dwindle down. But why Rhys James opra koba? It seems like or set me make sure so be maintaining the standard. And no na ebu abrante na I feel say every football fanatic Biano will wage the boys to stay fit. And will stay fit. I'll be one of the best the game has ever provided. Now, Chelsea, I dare about one person making a game need to marry and no more new teams na budget trophies near than Chelsea are breaking that the end down. And then on social media baby be a Chelsea there Ubia left no right, Ubia right no left, and then no more sad. But this is what I want to add to the Chelsea team. No. Powers, Chelsea team no Mukutano. Wouldn't say this particular season in the English Premier League. Open one of the best scoring teams at Chelsea can be. Open one of the best teams or man conceding most goals and so at Chelsea can be. Open one of the teams or who create a lot of chances at Chelsea can be. Teams or who most possession Chelsea can be. So every category beyond in the Premier League, it's either they are part of the top 5 and I say top 3. Telling you say Chelsea team there's something exceptional with them. But omo here that serial winning mentality. Powers, I keep saying this thing here. Mami make this scenario. Obiantu no buno nti de make one here be get the contest wrong. Chelsea team no ekuto omo no. It seems like as omo in a yoke bimu. They need to break out. Into why Chelsea team now. It seems like always you better Chelsea assembly now you can't about potentials. Oh, Chelsea were potentials. Chelsea were potentials. But now let's look at this contest. Yanko Barcelona. Look at the kind of awesome performance of Munya this season. And him for Nana, the leaders of that awesome performance. No, at the back wasn't up Paul Kubasi. What didn't you saying? In the midfield wasn't up Pedri. What didn't you saying? up front was it not Lami Yama we didn't feel saying. So I'm trying to highlight the point you say it isn't about say usa and I say a lot of years ahead of you because a potential and it is about how you make it today. And this is what Chelsea need. And the yeka or more better world best as me. And then Lami Yama diabemuno. How many years and war? Senke because oh Lami Yama do sentie bianco more 25 day kono or money ebo mudi more. But here's the situation whereby under Hans Dieter Flick, Lami Yama has become one of the best players in the world. That is what Chelsea needs.
The ancient call for cancer and say, yes, I comparison now with the Chelsea to Liverpool more, Man City. Arsenal, Money, Manchester United. I said Chelsea were relatively a younger squad. I said
this is what I want to say.
So Kopama is just 23 years.
Yeah,
what do I say?
It is not about just having a younger squad. It is not about that. Yanko Liverpool as Alexis McAllister. People think so when you know you. Ryan Gravenberch you. Or Mumia no be one more 25 years and over. But look at the kind of game they are giving out. Ibrahim Akunate onyini you, but the reason is because only Virgil van Dijk nebo or that leadership surrounding him. On the person mentioned, Kodigaku onyini Luis Diaz omunyini but because they are in a team surrounding very positive. They have the mentality say and yet see compete bikeke. That is what Chelsea needs. Chelsea team we so for bit say Moises Caicedo this particular season wa abono any can see Moises Caicedo so a potential keke. And can see a can the outright best midfielders no.
Yeah.
But still now okay Chelsea players now say na potential assembly bottom they should break out of that yoke, and if they will be able to do that and the mentality top ball more what the Conference League no TSC page now hagi would Abramovich ever do this? Sir Abramovich at J Conference League no TSC Park now how many times no J League and how many times no FA Cup on TSC Park. So the only time I mean Sir Abramovich I that much enthusiastic was the time Caesar play quarter the Chelsea at the Champions League no. And I clearly who say after there, as emotions be about more TSC Park, so I hagi players nibi. But this is the owner. Any little thing be no TSC. My players need Philly said there is much more ahead of us. I am striving for. This is not the level of Chelsea. It is good, imagine. But then there should be some kind of mentality surrounding the team. Say, I see a year for more, and Chelsea could do that. And with one or two inclusions and a better coach or that winning mentality, no, Chelsea can do it. Frankly speaking, because all will be to say Levi Cole isn't that much of a bad player, but under this coach is no, or looking like us, or looking emoji, or losing emoji. When he was at Brighton and Hove Albion, was he not adjudged as one of the best defenders in the league? But to be pure with Chelsea, no gradual as a performance, they be an ever from very bad, and I feel that Chelsea will need that kind of mentality. Yeah, keke, and if they get that, they have the players. That add 1 or 2 to a bit me abo Liam Delap on semna mate no opinion Chelsea should be serious. Liam Delap say I am Manchester United enko Europe on person call now the conversation is coming to Chelsea like seriously
omubusa John Terry no I no so that question or catch him say no person be boni din kura
yeah because
catch him say
what
Chelsea need is an experienced center forward,
and we keep saying this. Liam Delap saying Victor Gyökeres Monty. You see, now, my main friends who and me move on, and then me were 2 issues. Grace, Mame, Real Madrid, Xabi Alonso. You see, I've been wanting to do this, and then my main friend, many J pass, oh yeah, or more transfers, ne stories, Nina. Also, I can say about Carreras, Trent Alexander, the potential players at Madrid best signing. Grace, as a video, very good. I am not what person or I can't say. Xabi Alonso, one of those coaches I keep saying, or believe on non-tactics, or yet just as a man manager, or yes, our type of coaches Nibia. See him manage players or more goes near the no. Ned the say he wants the players to deliver to the instructions or the Ebemo on the field. Now, on my video, no twaso. It's every time be on mobile game, be on make sure send the players the best take it to plan. On my video, no twaso ni nkomo. On mobile take it to plan, and if they stick to planner, this is what the man wants. I bet you say more kono 3-2-4-1, 3-5-1, 3-2-2-3, and answer 5-4-1. This is what I want you to do. Ye jebo na ye defend in 5 numbers. Made for the SAF for near jab back up when him honum. say ye ball no so ne ekọ anim a except laterals ni mienu ekọ kan anim of no ho na mo ye 5 and aso mo nko comment for this no ho na mo ye 5 this is what papa efe Xabi Alonso tie nti o ma video no to aso ne ye hwe a clearly you be feel say or ye those kind of Alex Garcia kwa kan sa asem no o demand a lot of from the players not managerial wise but then instructions or the man when nisua na the buofu it is on my video na to aso ne ahwe adibu ase a I've compounded some videos we am pese I don't know say if video no I don't know what's happening but say kwon anim na say oh sha clearly you see say every single game biana Bobo call from Bayer Leverkusen boy very good and the Xabi Alonso no clearly will say almost stick it to one plan it is why this is one video no kwon anim say mama category of air games or mobile this another one always ubetimi find the same pattern and I said the same you make sure say opponent J ball na ya ne ye press akwakoje ball na from nsem enti say dey we and bringing me back to my question is say so our air pressing air system now every single game they make sure so look at this one or more tango air play and the ball na dey free nsem it brings it to the question say on my video no nko tana and me can attackers are omo na daso no would they play to the instructions no so we bit say Jude Bellingham Rodrigo Vinicius Kylian Mbappe I highlighted last 2 weeks to you in the Champions League say who played the laziest attack in the UEFA Champions League na Madrid attack no who can free to omo da best third way I've forgotten the actual number but I think no omo da first and I said last 5 no na Madrid attack ni shembi telling you say omo no say en run pan there enye Jude and be ba obe run and answer Rodrigo no be that sacrificial work na unya bi mfu omo in the midfield almost fit perfectly into the style of Xabi Alonso bepe because who will be to say Valverde Chouameni Jude Bellingham and Camavinga mo omo be run the ama omo be say adwuma no but then the question is in the attack would they be able to succumb to the instructions Xabi Alonso de be mo ana o share on my video no nko o share Xabi Alonso o make sure say always obey play through the middle for this now any defensive need here say Carrera say ba na Trent Alexander-Arnold but betimi ha get the touchline because this is what Barcelona unsa man for end crediting with that too but Hansi Flick has been able to manage the egos of the Barcelona boys it's why we will be able to and clearly you feel say the player is giving out 110% where Rafinha otimi kwa counter attack could do anymore but bon be e che o mu defend no Rafinha
me da say eno yes Prince eno no Yas toothpaste from penny for say and they open toothpaste papa at the tree was seen and one Yas toothpaste Mr. Pebi na factory was saying na and we pampine and they gum bleeding what the brush account saying na moja eba and it's how no Yas toothpaste be twice here at the amount the brush they are no thing and the DMre ning na bi ho na Yas from penny for say you were 3 variants red ni bi ho green and blue ni nyina Yas and the abedwama so nkwara nso de ho a the best brand for oral problems ni nyina no Yas kopa bi sesi na sha say use na obehu Sompa difference e wo paste ahodo mu Filippo
bema enra me ni nyina na hwe ball na Team Chelsea Football Club and Real Betis finally they sold out a final but me who final in the game enra finals ana ya hwe this season ya hwe the Europa League final omo my final but enra Real Betis and Chelsea game of two halves first half no was Real Betis but then the first half no was Isco and the second half was Abrente Freno and that is Cole Palmer. It was game of two halves enra de omo ton my ya no first half was Isco, second half was Cole Palmer. Now, Mr. Grace on for tactical analogy be a sending and to Sumami. The game how Chelsea and Betis, you know, a boy, the last that is analogy. Now, we were Real Betis very well. In the first half, no more game plan no and say a book game you know to our attacking verve. You can verve in football. So we do attack now. Omo mo try that is 3-prong attack no omo rely solely on their wings and wingers no and the strength of the team. Thank you, that is the video, that is analogy no. Now where Real Betis team now in the attacking verve no they are all ball rights Brent in front of Anthony now they are all ball left up there as Alzuli but then where Chelsea Football Club now the weakness in the team was in the first half. I bring a friend of Malo Gusto. And playing now Shaper in the first half for Chelsea, Malo Gusto. And he was the reason why Team Betis shared the first goal through Abde Ezalzuli. And one, say, who bought Abde Ezalzulia, the left wing forward no secured. And who bought Isco as the classic number 10, meaning say, the defensive midfielders no is either somebody foul Isco and now somebody making sure say ombe creating overloads and I say ombe lay low blocks to stop a branch in front of Isco. But then Chelsea Football Club into me and Sadi in the first half. Into Betis, like I said, they lost the game in the first half. Make a trail. And I know right now second goal to buy no win to me and Shano. Now because the Chelsea better cano a winning game. No, I told you point blank because at a point in time, no, now when a friend said Cedric Bakambu, no what game no more yet. The movement bia was off. Or your movement bia before born beba Bakambu hono. The Chelsea for now cover. Anytime so cleverness with movements, was one of the weakness of our branch friend Cedric Bakambu. Now another thing so I hear to say, where team Real Betis are moments are up there as Zuli lose a prior no. I changing no pet na Betis lose game no. Betis lost the game when they lost up there as Zuli to injury. And when Ezalzuli free me no, Chelsea manager friend Enzo Maresca smart or changing Malo Gusto. No they are branching friend Rich James by to bring their friend stability. So Rich James now landlord about we say tenants who here they were 9. Or no budget rents, also were tenants, was say if you near what and see if you're rabba would you appear mommy. So that was what happened for Team Chelsea. So Chelsea Football Club, Rich James Bayano or the stability base Benoit Badiashile, I don't know, starting game. No, Benoit Badiashile was shivery into a branch here friend Bakambu. So Bakambu, he is smart with the movement, could have killed the game in the first half for Betis. It was simple. But then, no, because Badiashile, shivering, or Shivano, now Trevor Chaloba was like I said, or no Kwejuma. I say he was overworking for Team Chelsea at the back. And again, Marco Cucurella going into the game, no, what they told him was, mentra center circle, no. That was the bite if Chelsea camp by prior to the game. Because you are coming up against the live wire of Real Betis in Anthony. So we go against Antonia. The more now we go in him, no. Onwe very good at run with runs and the pace. Into San Anthony switch again, or say a number footed. Or a very good so take you on defenders. Into no Marco Cucurella men go in bebre. Make sure say you keep a key eye or stand eye or eagle eye on a branch friend Anthony. Into no he did that. Into no ono yesano. Now branch friend Moises Caicedo from Ecuador. On also air support to Marco Cucurella. Into where game no more play or sign a partner so here pa Anthony. And the reason was Moises Caicedo. And here Cucurella born no boy no baby. Marco Cucurella, your management song the perfect. But then your Marco Cucurella, perfect in that number 3 role and branch here from Moises Caicedo. And because of Moises Caicedo, we were Enzo Fernandez now or running with ease. And so Konenima so joining attacking or joining attacker, now too easy for Team Chelsea. And anytime be Enzo Fernandez by joining attack, Chelsea Cole Palmer. Noni Madueke, Nuko Jackson, any Enzo Fernandez in attack. Inti they be a men trusting sa. But when one goalkeeper be so what was here, Adrian has had a very good time anytime he plays against Chelsea, even the Liverpool days now. So boy against Chelsea Football Club, Otanya good days pa. Benra, you can't blame him with all the goals no conceded, all the 4 goals he conceded. Who blaming Bakokra and that's the heat map of Cole Palmer. And Cole Palmer 55 touches. On your 38 passes completed. No sign ball 2 shots or created 2 assists. No, or making 4 dribbles. No winning. That is 5 duels. That is the direction of play of our branch friend Cole Palmer. And then second half, it was a Cole Palmer show. Now, another branch friend Malo Gusto. Master said Grace and Fire. Yes, that is Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto in the first half when you have 43 touches. But then most of the touches now Olusi balls Edema branch here. Your friend Abde Ezalzuli. And that was one weakness of Team Chelsea. Another thing, so Jensen Re, branch friend Moises Caicedo. Direction of play of Moises Caicedo. And Moises Caicedo in direction of play, on your 78 touches, or bought 66 passes, no more make it 2 tackles, or win 6 duels, no some ball 2 shots. In literature, word be a friend mesmeric. You can't be a mesmerica. Adia was somewhere any ye, won't be for some so easy, sir. You will never be brave, wouldn't say so when ye. And in football, you can be a mesmerica. Player, I saw your ball now, the touches be a depth. One player, Isco. In the first half, Isco dictated play because now Moises Caicedo end to me Isco. Not on to me Isco. In the moment Isco benya ball no options, especially when we say the weakness of Chelsea right into no onya ball ni biana player in the first point of call Brent here friend that is Abdi Azazuli, and that was why Azazuli about picture into Azazuli film said Betty's plan and in Kaino why naka Aito Ruibal Pablo Fornas and Oshiechen Obia. Pablo Fornas, Aito Ruibal, and Obia Mori, Cedric Bakambudier, and I said now he was just a pale shadow of himself. I think he's done with Betis, and the best team won. Chelsea in the second half, the tactical interplay of Team Chelsea and coach Fernando Maresca of the Conference League. Now Manchester City problems this season. One team at this season never started season no. Now I'm for agenda super some Premier League, and I say they will still compete for the major honors in Europe, and there were no question marks. Team Manchester City, but I did have Man City this season prior one major factor injury and over reliance on one player from Rodri need over reliance team Manchester City because one player Rodri a key figure and I say a vital cog in the team Manchester City. Into when you Rodri need free more, why they replace Rodri? So Rodri free me a Man City system ni na ebe shata. I say when Jurgen Klopp ebo gengen pressing no. Na player na nhuya pa enye Mohamed Salah ne Sadio Mane. Player na nhuya pa when Jurgen Klopp was the coach of Liverpool was Roberto Firmino because on not say system na your friend a gengen pressing na say. And then the system Pep Guardiola obona friend of tiki taka pass and move the main man boy Rodri. Into Rodri free muno. Na say Pep Guardiola panic bias and bias either say bimu be good e bimu be panic bias and look at the signings Okofa Brenta Victor Reis from Palmeiras in Brazil. Now when a Victor Reis ebano no cry a lot of that is like Amanfo Bebre in Brazil no omu say he's the next David Luiz or to some extent Thiago Silva of the Brazilian game in our time. But then Victor Reis oba Bison say born on board Brazil in the Serie A in Brazil and the other ball was sitting is it the same even game time at the same manner because a bit taking the time to adapt to the discipline and again the how a game progress in England into taking the time and 115 at Man City. Another player Abdul Kodil Kusanov in football history men say Uzbekistan near our Premier League playing. He is the first Uzbekistani out of Premier League, Abdul Qadir Kusanov. And Kusanov Airbano from Law. None of stocks was thrown in the Liga. In Liga, no, you can't center backs are. This is no more Brapa in the Liga. Now Abdul Qadir Kusanov account. Into no so buy who watch your buying at a point in time I say or pray who too much or shiva. As to how about fitting in no better take time. Into also by another weakness of Manchester City. Another player City has signed here, Nico Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez, a player signing from Porto because of a Barcelona academy lad. And Pep Guardiola, any aqua way I you paying, La Masia. So he thought, say, Wobo Barcelona and the name of stocks was through El Porto. No, he will play perfect for Pep Guardiola and Man City. And also by he couldn't do even a quarter of the Rodri job. And also by one weakness. One player fits very well, Omar Mamouche. And no crown because at a point in time, Ellen Brut Holland be prior. Into no almost need a Egyptian machine no so Omar Mamouche. And no Germany ever from Frankfurt. Now I'm not for you now drink down so say the boy is a goal machine already. At a point in time, people thought, say, even after Mohamed Salah, the next big thing from Egypt, Omar Mamouche and Ampani Ampa, boy and no betray. Take away the FA Cup penalty, no saying no. This season, when you're good season for Man City. Of the signings at City, Pep Guardiola here, 4 signings, or spending 180 million euro on players, and 180 million euro no spending, player hitting grounds, running, boy over Omar Mamouche. But season never starts, Pep Guardiola nankasa short in no asem o kai say on Pep bigger squad. And if he say he's going to compete the new format, the Chess Champions League, because the new format of the Champions League, we bought a lot of games at the group stage. How many games we bought? A tabular form, and we bought a lot of games. We bought Carabao, about FA Cup, about the Premier League. So you need squad quality and depth. Pep Guardiola no admit to say he was one of the cause of the falls of City this season. Because no unpair a lot of players, so that players say when you be I say or how. Debi into rotational policy no ohun say rotational policy into na players be brave free na so player be say Raheem Sterling, Gabriel Jesus, those players no, they were not okay with the rotational policy, and eventually Kelechi Iheanacho, those guys were not okay with the rotational policy. Into Sadia me go with quality but smaller squad, but quality with smaller squad no, the eye of the squad echo prior in Rodri into Obeyden. That was why Man City a struggle here this season. And this season, what we are even against teams, now winning some Man City there, one and a ball, now so we defend them more. I said 7 previous, what's the doctor consium a duct to water. It's an easy thing for a duct to do. But Pep Guardiola this season, teams will defend them more or struggle to break them up. One example is Southampton. Southampton this season, every season, Southampton no more relegation away. But City share Southampton. It was one of the games of bread pa. Another game, a game against Crystal Palace in the FA Cup final. When an FA Cup final, Eze shared the only goal, no, Omu decided to defend it throughout, and Man City struggled. So they struggled against teams Omu lay low block, and that was Man City. Jack Grealish is to be blamed because Jack Grealish is the classic number 10 of the team. Kevin De Bruyne is the brain of the team. Bernardo Silva is the ball controller or the rhythm controller of the team. But players when you know floppy this season. For Kevin De Bruyne, you can make a case for him because I spent a lot of game time Mbana Queen. Into at a point, now it's a Pep Guardiola overly reliant on a youngster, be to say Nico O'Reilly, the young boy, on no ball left back, because left back, could you this boy, the boy from Josko Gvardiol. Any brand said a friend Nathanik. Omo the natural number 3. And I say to some extent, what find senior almost say number 3 in the team. In the name be so say what next life after says season ya City are disappointing. Omo to me just single trophy, and then no City be after here. Say a City will go big. And I'm assuring you say City ever call the next season where they are the aura, the onus still lies on Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola is a top. He's a primus inter pares in terms of coaches there. Where they are winning in frame, he's a top manager. And he will scout the best of players, the best of talent for Team Manchester City. As to say, team no ever saying winning the trophies are not all competing for no. And then be something to write home about. Because teams on your mobile competing in Obi also are looking at buying the best of materials, not only in the Premier League, but across board. Look at Team Liverpool. And I think many time to talk about Liverpool so far the Omoye. So I think the City there this season, one major factor, over reliance on a player, Efren Rodri, and again the form of Jack Grealish, John Stones, Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Nina Haumu, or the Doku and Savinho Ebaye. But Doku and Savinho, are they the solution to the woes of Manchester City and now? City regaled in their graves because they were overly reliant on one single player in the person of Rodrigo Hernandez Cascante.
Meda se eno Philip Inkumsa Filippo eno Gentleman dental sebra na yensiesi wenu ma bibia fa wenu mu ho no baby e wo so kọ na yesiesie na ye niye emfam edema wo gentleman dental mesra wo senan kasa ehu adwuma yeye enumu no nso yeye hu adwuma entene say oral health tieniye wo sen atu ebu anasa pan ekeka upese yentu mfiri ho ni nyina yeye yefra bibi scaling and polishing yeye bi ho teeth extraction and replacement ni nyina yeye gentleman dental wo sen kala no asosa bia edro bia wonum nti na ma sen kala na asesa anasa wo sen no mesrew bia siga ni san bi binti ama o se kala asesa o pese enye no white emfama ye be ya ma wɔsene NCC what I say upese yemano NCC kama mfama ni nyina ye bi ewe gentleman dental halitosis ene how bia tonsil glands no aye infected ama edenum pampan abrɛw misrew gentleman dental o biara fo ani kyerem ewe yahweye your branches bebree ewe Ghana baako Kumasi Abrepo Junction behind the Total filling station Techima nso your magazine ekwan na wo de ekyere Techima market no ehɔ ne yewo Accra yewo Nungwa ene Atomic Down Koforidua yewo Central Police Station nkyɛn pɛ Takoradi yewo pipe no Tadisco Junction hɔ a ehɔ na obehu yɛn frɛ 0559 139 582 0559 139582 wo frɛ line we so a ye na obekasa na bebie ban won ya kyerɛw na nso akɔ mmoa Isaac Chum yenko messages ne so na yenkenkan kakra na afi yenko for a very short commercial break. Watching you live from Fiyase, please update me on Real Madrid. You guys are doing a great job. Wo message abanono yenu Opoku Prosper or some more heat from the camp of Barcelona. Hit Inter Milan, Opoku Prosper na and Wasanso Ediabreye. Kodro Asempa Furniture Works. Also, congratulations to Chelsea players from Kodro Asempa Furniture Works. Edum Kumasi Eho and Yenuano so Edie Free Edi Abba. Watching you live from Kukwom Ahafu region. We here Osei SCB David. Bright GH. Or see, we are the champions. Either you like it or not. That is Chelsea Asemno King. United don't need Anthony. Joseph Ejay Usu Casemiro. And also Eddie message we have Kingsford Akon. Or say, is this 1-2 a trophy? Anyway, congratulations to Chelsea. Kingsford Akon no. And or say, what team do you support? Kendrick Boateng. Manchester United party ye team ne gu and also yenua akon or de enwaba. Congratulations yesterday we ye kweku na and also e bejan Crespo fufuo or say Chelsea should stop claiming as if they've achieved anything in football because big clubs like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool don't play in Conference League. Greetings to Osu Bempa of Inshaeso and Samuel Boachi Yadom, SBY of Bosomtrain, Yenuya Crespo, and so message or the Brian no. Or say we are the best team in England this season, even better than Liverpool, Chelsea forever. And no, aski gel on also message or the Brian no. Ye call for a very short commercial break. Ye bar local issues in the beba. Nafi ye rim the Black Stars of Ghana and Ra. Performance on modernity against the Super Eagles of Nigeria. A very short commercial break.
Introducing Betway's Bet Influencer, a groundbreaking feature where you can make money by just sharing codes. He just needs to share his codes and make money. The more his codes are used, the more money he makes. Oh yes. So, what are you waiting for? Anyone can be a bet influencer. Share your codes and make money. Bet Influencer. Another world first from Betway.
This advert has been approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway, get way more.
If I show Brana, make sure you're bag.
Brade, and not so good.
Now tell me about Michelle and see you about Queen. Why you mean say?
Bra, said your time about Misha. It's your Jimmy me fearful. And you're about ever so.
Really, I know this is offending now.
Bra, and me cousin me the time about Misha one dance ya. We are singing now about Timinka. It is some malaria. Where drawn the time about Misha.
And you know, dear, and what I want to meet any deal. What drawn the time about Misha? A drink and your ma or bar waffle through. Dear, what ma for down for? Any aquada when you fear to me, and son of the time about Mr. Draven. Shasa Wako Hospital and Nasa Lab. I'm what who said, oh, a 3-day malaria be answer.
Kayo sa time me TIME. Time about Misha. I feel malaria fever be than is Ziba a woman. Never trap. Ubenya be at all. Over the counter medicine sellers. Any herbal shop to do an FDA agye edwadue nkratoe atom.
Abusaka kraka bi wo hanu meja tom na rewu sebe wo me say. Abofra keto wanya 2 years akadai ba kum. Nti African Spider-Man bla be abofra keto yi mu na nipa ho hia. Dede bi koso anu ti kame ho ne ko hwede won bia. African Spider-Man and Baby say what free, but preoccuping you with African Jack, what Baby say what friend now with secret to anything. Imboost herbal mixture and only me secret. Now me here to know how to form. And a police me do one dance at me say, many namin sonshare, namin so a boosting immune system. I'm a semi trainer mentebre. Meet me the come on. I'm going to come with mom so a cost of class so metaya lay. I'm my latitude, me yabaco. And yet, never so. Hey, Spider-Man, what are you going?
Ubenya Imboost herbal mixture and pharmacy and answer herbal shops. A pin for any color mundi if you do me enom. FDA adjudicating tattoo at.
If you want better future, join Ghana Grows, cause our grit be the future. Join Ghana Grows, just be one for the culture. Join Ghana Grows, cause you do my day for Ghana. Join Ghana Grows, Ghana Grows.
Yomu, Pequia, who can first win Yajuma, and now at the Jumaqua, and for so was so, and will create Jumum, any 80 vetimu and Naya. Swana Mone, Fastest and Walk, Wabusia, and won't put a more asset but star 718 star 50 hash. Not that Kaho says, yeah. Ghana Grows. Hope Day. Ghana Bros Jumedie. Mastercard Foundation. Miss Springboard Roadshow Foundation. Limehouse. Niwa Buafone Debro.
Rise and shine with Yas toothpaste and Yas toothbrush. Start today off right by grabbing your Yas toothbrush and squeeze a refreshing dab of Yas toothpaste on it. With its soft bristles, the Yas toothbrush gently cleans your teeth and gums, giving you a comfortable brushing experience. As you brush, feel the powerful formula of Yas toothpaste working its magic, removing every stain in the cavity and leaving your teeth sparkling and fresh. Plus, Yas toothpaste helps make your teeth whiter and protect your gums, keeping them healthy and strong. Choose from our 3 variant toothpaste: Total Care, Herbal, and Wined. Make Yas toothpaste and Yas toothbrush a part of your morning routine and start your day with a confident smile. Yas toothpaste and toothbrush, caring brand for caring families.
Mamenche, time HH herbal Mr. Bina Unumi, and ya what dropa, a ya draw. Yadro say, mani peduan kwamwano enya hoden na akwatia yare en twen yare ansan wakwakoto fire wadro na nomno abribia Kanoga Company Limited. What the time TIME ebe twasono wono a na the time HH heba Mr. Edia bedwaso akra wonyanya mfirihia dumienu enum bi wo pemfo ene oba wo ma akra nufo enso enum bi time HH heba Mr. Who benya bi over the counter medicine sellers any shop dodo na mu so pedodo to afre 0244 417669 0244 417669 time HH Heba Mr. Yadro say FDA adje edwadie nkratoe atum.
Okay, good morning once again. Yes, Sompa Ghana for Akwaba. Ejekum Blankson, aka Orlando. Atenase or the Efien Como local issues no ediba. Black Stars in Como and the Diakina. Ola
Powers.
Yankwe.
Well, Powers Yancha, yet for near Momo, Akwaba BM Ember Sompa 93.1 and half in Sompa TV. So, May Okasam for Nina and Tempa. Now, our phone on where remu our Facebook. Now, our search Sompa 93.1 esan say Black Stars nkomo ni nyina eho ena enso yede egu na afenso wehu videos no ene pictures no edi kan no Grace mo ebeboa me na omama me Black Stars highlight no na afenso yedi hu nkomo bebre na Endra ena they said the Black Stars of Ghana any Super Eagles of Nigeria and so ebo anyonkofa kensie we no Unity Cup koso London Mountain so G-Tech Sports Stadium and no Brentford United so stadium and no London and a game no and so etimi koso na Sabrina Ghana obi ehwe ni mu say at least yene Nigeria nko ahia ne de say bragging right no ebedi Ghana for nsem nanso anyeye yebo akansi ne wie no na Nigeria edi nkunim ekamienu ama Ghana enso etimi ete enkanimo enso ebako na emrantia endra local players mako nan a start ye no goalkeeper Benjamin Asare and afenso Razak Simpson ene Kama Dini Mahmudu one Kwame Poku na yebo ni wie no Ghana for na gigidie say emre na so say ye jai sa yemfre local players no na Endra utimi say first half no especially Razak Simpson ne performance no na questionable and so our first half ni muntino highlight ni bi na o hwe and so our screen ni so no na coach Otuado after the game no and so ede enkomo and so etimi eto Ghana for edim edi kan no o say Ghana ye top form e kam ye nu no e fe di kan nim na ye den say ye nso ye betimi asori ni abewi ni game no.
And yeah, and also for me as a coach, surely we got some answers about players. I think some young players did really well, and yeah, we're still learning, trying to improve, and I think we got a whole lot of answers from our coaching staff, and we have to continue.
Eno coach Otuado, head coach at the Black Stars of Ghana. And it is Ansemino and so to join him say Endra Ghana and didn't concede first 2 goals second half and Abrantia your friend Brandon Asante Thomas on also etimi ebeti e kanaba na mum nenye enough ama sabre no Ghana any Trinidad and Tobago e combo 10th place na Nigeria and so any Jamaica and so etimi abo finance no and so e wo now coach Otuado esadi to just sisi ano baby anani chire pa September and a World Cup qualifiers no assign so ebe resume.
I'm looking forward to September to get really the best possible players available, and so we use this also to give some good talents a chance who did well at the U20 AFCON, but also who did well in the club and who we are observing. And which were denied to come to the national team due to the fact that the last games that let's say the full squad available, and this time was not that possible because, for example, the Turkish league is still playing. We didn't get the release of some of 3 players. USA is playing. We didn't get a release. Swedish league is playing. We didn't get a release. Or for example, Switzerland, one of our players is playing the cup final on Saturday. So there were a lot of spots open, and yeah, we are always looking for the future. And I think we saw today that some young guys.
Eno head coach Otuado and the Sansamne Tujan and Endra. Or see ohu there's a positive team nim dia yenso ayetena kasamfonyina chi hwe no yenso yehu say Abrantia your friend Caleb Irenchi Abrantia no eba no or the something different ebeka tin osi akan Nordjylland and afen so Christopher Bonsuba Abrantia no enso Genk Endra Abrantia no esi from papa intino positive yenso yehu ye no ebi no na going forward no local players no they should be very careful say omunya opportunity and so the Black Stars and afen so goalkeeper friend Benjamin Asare Endra Osan make his statement say number 1 ne de oje and so etimi edi aboso na Henry Asante Chum kasamafo penny edema Ghana Football Association Endra one Sompa Sports edi nkomo na yebusa ne say Henry na agudia mokwa akodi ehu sikasem no say enetie.
Can I say yes, sign a contract with the organizers. We if we Ghana be do her Ekebia ya Bobia hotel internal rounds traveling arrangement ticket issue Ghana buying and Capre organizers na ebo hoka as part of the contract proceeds are yebenya from the gates and also so yawo muchefa intino purely organization between and omo put two tournament together no. It is the same arrangement they have with Nigeria, Trinidad and Tobago, and
they say sikasem ni nyina enya they say we no ye de beto Ghana aban so organizers no na efa ekabia enso ewo eho entino Ghana aban emmo kabia enso emfiri nemom no Ghana fo a omo nso ewo London no endra omo ko support o man no kama endra enso yewie entino mo mame Ghanaians in London na fenso yenhwe de wa endra na feeling no enso etie ewo stadium o yes endra Ghana fo ade utimi say Black Stars no de we dey Ghana fo no omo penti support no enso eno no newie no reactions from the Ghanaians and so say and almost edit tuja.
You know, I came prepared. I was like, okay, whoever takes it, because you know, for me, it's all about unity, it's about peace at the end of the day. But the Ghanaian players could have done better.
They could have done better?
I even think some clones were there on the field. They were not real people. But, you know, they were younger, you know. And then the team play from the Ghanaian side was not really there for me. I didn't see that. Yeah, even though the Nigerians also has some issues.
Enti eno Ghana foni bia endra omoko he game no eno mo so eche o madwene kakra ewo ho no away from Black Stars game endra omone Nigeria ebo no na yenwura House of Folk enso camp na House of Folk enso the release enso etimi ababonten from House of Folk team no na monfa release no ento screens ne so my na fen so yenhwe yes entino press release House of Folk board and management engage supporters leadership in strategic dialogue. Enti Accra, Ghana, May 23rd, 2025 in a significant steps towards fostering unity and collaboration. The board and the management of Accra House of Folk Sporting Club under the leadership of esteemed football administrator Dr. Nyaho Tamaklu have held a strategic meeting with the leadership of the National Chapters Committee NCC and the Regional Chapters Committee RCC. This engagement was aimed at fostering greater unity and collaboration while addressing key concerns raised by supporters, ensuring the club's continuing success. Dr. Nyahotamaklu chaired the section providing an open forum. And no enso they were House of Folk meeting no enso ekwaentino endra Dr. Nyahotamaklu ena ejinamu ema meeting no ekọ so ani nyina kwan a omo nso ehwese omo betimi aboa na eyade se House of Folk team no enso etimi afa ne ntoma pa enso efra na meeting ase no ena House of Folk enso etimi appointed papa your friend Mr. Akwesi Ajiman obeye liaison officer between the management and the board na afa enso wetimi abeboa ama bibia enso etimi akoye eno House of Folk na momami Oak FC yes House of Folk ma no sabrede omo secure qualification to the Women's Premier League yebebono next season enti House of Folk emano enso no after say endra omo kobo game a qualification ne eba no ena chese omo ba campa eni jesam no enso eno eba nti sisi ade House of Folk emema ene man nyina ema no Premier League no ema no ginam emema ne nso Premier League no emema ne nso ejam kama enso ewo no mo nti no eno eye House of Folk ehon nsem na yenremu ewo Techiman 11 Wonders omone RTU gamer eno nso ebetimi abaso no kasamafo edema Techiman 11 Wonders edi history kakra abakwasema efa zone 1A eni zone 1B no enso ehun etimi atuja
through premier player kura oba the best show in strikers now mo kitane de
we are say 1B champion no when the co-premier. In this case, for quite defeat 11 Wonders on penalty, Zakaria. That's Zakaria Osman penalty, our call center. Assemble, Techiman, na ubi dia rehono. And in this case, na young apostles at a super zone 1B, and Techiman heroes in zone 1A. It is just like 911 Wonders was zone 1A. You never for 1B, Koboya before when the same way. Techiman heroes zone 1A, or not also any young apostles are no zone 1B Koboya. Young apostles as you defeat Techiman heroes still on penalty. Time round no. They won't say 11 Wonders move after 1B and RTU 1A. So if records and previous happenings anything to go by there, then from say a chair zone it has always been Obia free 1B divided by the premier. In this case, for 4 years, young apostles are here. And we will be 11 Wonders. And from was a zone more dealing in ano. Yes, you be to me a collect.
And so Emumienu no zone 1A and zone 1B no ebrebia zone 1B for no and etimi qualified to the Premier League before aye and afen so young apostles and so aye ntia that na game omone RTU elbono RTU every zone 1A and Techima Wonders every zone 1B it will GDA say zone 1B and so and ebenya nod no na Kelvin Osei SB a defender edema House of Folk what den sem kakra tudwa afa RTU any Wonders gamer ebasono.
Hello, brothers and friends. This is Kelvin Osei SB, a player of Accra Hearts of Folk and a former defender and a captain of Techiman 11 Wonders. I wish you guys all the best of luck in your upcoming game on Friday. I know it's not going to be an easy game, but I know what you guys can do, and I know the can-do spirit that is there. You did very well in the league, and it's left with the final push to bring Premiership back to Techiman. Let's make history for ourselves, and let's make people of Techiman proud of us. Sure wonders, sure wonders, sure wonders. Wonders for Premier, wonders, Beba. I will be there on Friday to support you guys. I wish you all the best of luck.
Enti eno eye defender Edema House of Folk Kelvin Osei SB wonim say ofri Techiman 11 Wonders ena joining eye House of Folk Bobo Kunti ene ya Wonders per qualification they are back to the Premier League no na yes ono aye former player no otimi enso eka bibi chairman emrantie na omonso ebesi akanti sure Wonders enso ebebanti ebegina we so na powers ye de afisem kakra ye boabo no no enso etimi esiha
Medase ola abeliafo bewurem na yedi nkomo ye behwe Black Stars game no obviously any other issue say oba 3A co capsules 3A herbal center for ediaba edwaman so eye kokwadru wonye bia ebeboa wo ama apom den no so SCP esita 3A co capsules no mesre de chene se kokon se fifiri woni mpadue nani da bibia fifiri bia se wo wani ho sabio wo mogem nti etoda bia wo gya wo nan kura na wo hum mogya ene ade mesre ha adwen pa koko yade bi ha adwen yie titru so ye bema tuanamon sesiye na pet 3A co capsules ne bi nom na entuase emfamao 3A co capsules ye bon mrane se coco master 0546 107 107 0546 107 107 so pedudu ne tuaton a wo frem penifo a ye beje wo so anase herbal shop biara any pharmacy shop bia uvrem a on sabeka 3A co capsules bi ato na wako yusu na boa Sir Prince.
Yeah, of course. Enra, the Blasters of Ghana finally game the 8 basso. They expecting Nyanesa because definitely we wanted a win. Once in can say maybe after game we say any match of an importance, any match of an importance, but then once a friendly game, especially Nigeria for count there, at least you know the rivalry. Unse no akrano, interview no say Mr. Henry Ekasa Senator say debate na shase or I think all kind Ghana jollof, Nigeria jollof, no more dia shase and the best show here show. So that kind of atmosphere, no yeah, a big year created in such a scenario. But I don't want to mention, unim say Jamaica any Trinidad game no. Obi heard that games ni and I said that first game ni biano would have a different thinking going into the game at Ghana and Nigeria boy. And in the first half, I felt like Ghana for no far no. Don't say a friendly game, just a unity cup, any importance BNT, attention, that was the mentality that I felt from the Ghanaian players. Until the second half, because so we're Trinidad Tobago ne Jamaica game, now clearly you feel say they were playing at least, not to say their heart out, but 100% and that's why almost 80%. I shall say they were much more serious to win the game, normal boy, And then the same thing you hear from Nigeria until the second half. I changed the Siba when they went into the dressing room. I don't know in Sema, Papa Feno to add on a team the catcher boys, no, but then you could clearly feel say second half, no, some changes near do and boys no sa come back. Or more imagine some be cool game, no. And I felt the way second half Nisi and it was very, very good. But I never compare me highlighting it. Ghana lost that game by 2-1. But in the second half, now they judge you clearly feel say Ghana deserved at least a draw in the second half because in the first half, Nigeria for never board and Omushi too. So second half, we be taking the game to them. You would expect someone to bet me take you chances. No, let me game na draw at least scoring 2 goals na draw. We couldn't do it. But what was the positives and the negatives in the game? You bet me taking something from now moving forward. No, yet me add it to your collection of what we have because we all know. Say na me no ka say no. Say you a major tournament there are a lot of players I have from who win more. I am not sure. Say bi benya call up ni bi. A lot of them, menya sure so benya call up ni bi. Enti way na it is a stage set for you to show us what you can provide in the next future. Say you major tournament bia. Who deserve say en samra me twa ni show wana. And there were some positives that me here. Negatives ni. But
highlight your positives.
Let me start from the local boys. I think the local boys no. So Benjamin Asare and the Camaradinia. Frankly speaking, Ben some bit of mistakes be when the pass do or the chair. But clearly you could see say this is a goalkeeper or is serious to be in the goal post for Air Ghana. So when the passes not there. Or ball passes me and be the chair. I was like, nah, as a Ghanaian, a Ghana Blasters goalkeeper there. And you can say such mistakes. But then, there were some saves. So especially in the second half, there was a deflected ball. No, move on the right. But the moment Ohun Sabona deflected about left, the reaction. Come on, every top-notch goalkeeper Biano will be able to do that. But you be on your top-notch in the bit me. And for Benjamin Asare to be able to do that, it tells you the awareness in the goalpost. Because Obi Anko call right and Uncle Becca. And no, I can or say, Wabun and Fuse say, on say, ball, which me move no account, not Ujina, move any, and Lubin and Kibit me. But awareness and all game, the Munti. Omuvu want to echo right, no, say, who said, not deflected there as you come back. And one man back, I can find in some account. So, who game now, or torn home, or dive telling you, Minka has a sense of awareness. He was very sharp and was able to detect say when it happened and to actually adjust my body to it. Because turning back no go keep a bianco bet in saka can but to be able to dive no, it tells me that alone, that incident alone tells you how a branch friend Benjamin Asare or person grab onto that Minka's opportunity now.
So say as the uncle for can say number 1 sport in the day as a Kakra Wajabo Swadasa. As Black Stars number 1 goalkeeper. You see, for me, before I say I could those 2 games, no, one thing if you can't ask them, they say, no matter what happens, and you can say it's easy to them, or Mama Benjamin Asare in the moon same. I felt say it is the right time for him. And pair the way that goalpost move the man across the folk and then Great Olympics, I know see, you know. I felt so that kind of courage, you know.
pede na me hu no
aso ojinemu a bibi
on shedan
who so you local
and I said that kind of
courage domestically.
And there is something you see, Paris, to be a coach you need to be able to foresee the future. There are some coaches obet me make excuse me to say some callers here I say to the people no because where they say who said who the direction of call up no but on no coach really my dear who enti o why call up no. And I think say and no be and a brand friend Benjamin Asaro or ya my justification na or man na clear say call up na dem no the coach was right. And the opportunity no demand the coach was right.
So because Ben we justifying the whole Blasters.
I don't think say that much enough.
If not number one crana call up Biaba for now we justifying we should be part of the Blasters.
My perception now and I say my opinion here say and yet much enough to say we are granted that kind of we taking that opportunity no and they are abonnable. But where or more actually now and the little that he has done. Won't they make and because to be a Blasters goalkeeper, I saw performing far better than this. That one should be established. But then, more on the chinintino. So we are not dear Kakrana, what done? They didn't have that kind of motivation. Say, and you do it is a bit enough, say, Obemana them in future.
Okay.
On the channel and on the born home on the Kamara Dean, and so I didn't see much from him going forward. The Cardinal Philly say, or what game in the first half, no, the side honor, not a day, say. Nigeria for no be penetrate wo hono man say omde ball no be for bebre and I felt how no e composed oje ball na ompre ne hu bebre because in set stages no ye hu bebre say play ball no ko oje ball na right kwa no oya obonso on the left na ekobo ball na frustration is stage fright ache no but Kamara Dini I didn't see that and I felt say ne kakra ye hu no ono so no gradually or che say anytime bia na say e call up e so obam bi but the bigger question here e kwa be poku and Razak Simpson Paris you see after the game, na mene mini paba akudi nkomo bi. And he said something. Ochima ju si asem bi so. Razak Simpson ruling say before say Blasters call up by a friend. No about over 5 and I said no atena nchen over 5 games at omobi. On say amanfo adwan nkoso bebro. Because when you call up ni bi da denti the moment I call up ne beba no you feel say oh when you bi da denti you deserve so come straight away. But we forgot about what fear in so many games and the fitness our form.
The current form
yes, current form because last game no benya kakra boy and straight away or call and answer or question Blaster JC. And just like I keep saying, Blaster JC and national team JC no who need that kind of a kukudu na and found who game our ball club side. Okosha a humble and then when you be who Razak Simpson. Look, let me establish this. Open one of the best defenders at Ghana Premier League in the war. Razak Simpson over top 3 as well Bambi. At least the quarter 5 Razak Simpson by all means needs to be there. And people shouldn't be judging from the performance name because he was very, very shaky. Especially in the first half. No only Ambrosius Obono. Frankly speaking, I didn't like Ambrosius game no boy. No. I felt say on also can be na pressure a lot. Razak Simpson so because obi who game could clearly feel say Simpson always no person on your cover up and for Ambrosius. And he has na extra work and Ambrosius was too okay. I am boss can't see me. Rudiger star nibi. No, as a opese by force on chest striker. This is Nigeria striker. No, opese by force on marking in free game. And striker no was smart enough. Say, oh yeah, no actually free though. Until now, I say Razak Simpson was extra record, and no can be no obi who that performance. You shouldn't judge it from any performance. No,
okay.
And the end of now so I can say on share then do. But what we've seen, I don't think say see it now so the judge. And then Kwame Pokun see the same thing. The account wants to fear be say ne fitness on say kotoko players ne account wants ne fitness clearly so already the difference between on Brandon Thomas Asante Tama Brandon Thomas Asante be in the second half the way and the energy ni see was all running up and down now clear difference between on the Kwame Poku there no and I felt say I wouldn't blame him that matter when me and grab the opportunity but in a way when they have fitness and I say any fitness no at least there are some one single moment bia o de be chire bibia me hu say we na oye yenti say the fitness and I say them be hand cry na the next time one opportunity obetimi grab on to so for me the local boys did very well but Enra Christopher Babonsu Powers Ghana is having yet another great talent obetimi come through the ranks Christopher Babunsu and Obi Ohegembia was just delighted with the boy. And let's not forget to say your uncle Ebenezer Aban Bemu, Brandon Thomas Asante Subemu, just like Meshas and Americano. Yama opportunity. Say the and next one year say Fry and Faunkaho. And I think that these 3 players especially are more grab onto that opportunity, especially Christopher Babunsu and the you choose so much and also the Nebeka home. But then I feel that Christopher Babunsu is one for the future. You could put a bit me up, but in all, I think that it was just a good game. You can't want to be bet. This is just a unity cup. When you are so unquanka and no to add intimacy and I say no. Maybe person me the way beach now. So
because said the intini say the importance of these games are. So no ahomboabo na be ahead of the September qualifiers no. Nti me da be da say free fear da na fear.
Once I make me shall say if Jamaica na train that there no. Say owo omo game na so omo put much effort than Ghana. But I feel that with all those things said, we shouldn't be standing on this game on fan cancel because be brave honoma normal day and a tournament ebia nyi wem never from mune omo maka na bet me aba. So it was a good justify for me for some players omo trade be say in the next future no ye twins afra omo so yes omo timi bam.
Philippe,
positives and negatives from the game. Clearly, you know, we're in a Unity Cup, no squad of the various national teams. Jamaica, TNT, Nigeria. Obiana your year and say players of front no, those players no very represent nation when the going gets tough. Nigeria cry line up no more the buy no. Indeed you more Bobby because indeed you know how many minutes no boy here at the club. That is one. Now the positive from Ghana any year and the Prince Akano. Brandon Thomas Asante. Caleb Yerenchi and Christopher Babunsu. Now let me tell you this. Who say there are nations still no musunya the basics of football. Belgium, Denmark, Sweden, Austria. Those countries, you know, they are used to the basics of football. Christopher Babunsu or Belgium, Genk, Racing Club Genk. That is the club he plays for. And this season, what per clubs are competing very well for the Jupiler. Jupiler, that is the Belgian league. The clubs that competed very well for the Jupiler, Genk. What got the city of Ghent? You were Ghent, now you were Genk. And these 2 clubs, team born on what empire Genk. And Brandon, Christopher Babunsu, plays for a Racing Club Genk. One of the teams that competed very well. And almost systems, very good. Now, Caleb Yerenchi, he plays in Denmark. And Caleb Yerenchi, you have credit to Michael Essien. Michael Essien, some boys have been fine-tuned because of Michael Essien. And one of those guys, this boy who plays for Lyon, and it's Nuyama. Michael Essien, I hear you more on Umpa. And Caleb Yerenchi is another player we are talking about. And one positive of Black Stars, this boy Caleb Yerenchi. The good omen from him, say, how Ukrabona, the confidence level, the person accuracy, the field vision. These are the qualities we need in a player. Games of such nature may results, but may results because of the tempo. Ghana and Nigeria, Brazil and Argentina, boy, Yankasa a super classico the Americas and Kwa. At the end game, na boy, Brazil and Argentina. No matter what, there is a bragging right at stake. So Brazil and Argentina, boy, there's a bragging right. It's a German England, boy, there's a bragging right. And so is Ghana and Nigeria. No matter where we play, there's a bragging right. Ghana, the answer Nigeria so local boys. Papa Daniel, so a local boy. Papa Daniel plays for, that is a local team in Nigeria. Niger Tornadoes. One of the teams that this season, they didn't do so well. But it was Onyakola from Eric Shekuchela. And Osanya, that is another defender, Sadiq Ismaila, who plays for Remo Stars. Nigeria recently, the NPFL, the Nigeria Premier Football League, the champions are Remo Stars. And the best left back in the Nigerian League, the Super League, Sadiq Ismaila. And Sadiq Ismaila Nyakola. And Onukwano was competing a player who plays for Werder Bremen in Germany, Felix Agu. But Ono ahead of Felix Agu because the season and the review, one in your good moments. Sometimes you see you praise mediocrity.
But Enra, after the game, no to can simbi. Also, Nigeria was more aggressive, won a lot of duels, created a lot of chances, and we were not really there. This was really disappointing.
Nigeria were more aggressive.
Yes.
And America say they knew what was at stake. Ghana and Nigeria any friendly match.
According to Otuado, I said too relaxed.
There is no friendly match in Ghana and Nigeria. Me dear me who ye positives in the match said these three guys, you know, try positives. And one, yeah, both friendly matches are. Friendly matches does not necessarily mean, and I say both tournaments of size sorter, does not necessarily mean to say, Kofre omuno mota bo and also we face of Black Stars, no. Into no constantly. So we'll see diners 1 year foundations in here. Said dino at a time bomb be so. Adia have most of the national teams, I don't know. Bebrena in your very good teams, but no need very good backups. Ghana, we should get very good backups. And their boys in try and ra Babonsu, a Brentsia Calabiranchi, and a Brandon Thomas Asantino. Or what try say, only able backups. And those who crown on competing should also have their game, you know, and yet we national team a moment. National team a moment. Brazil won 98 World Cup. 94, it was Romario who led Brazil to the World Cup. Mukoje World Cup no. But 98, you know, still they brought a youngster, a boy Okosunyadi under Romario at 94 World Cup, and he led the team in Ronaldo. And there was Rivaldo. I don't know, so I feel no introducing. But they rejected Romario at 98 World Cup. And so sometimes, you know, a moment in a woman. Anyhow, coaches, you know, so ever get your masses together. Me Benjamin Asari story, no, I don't want to go there because you know what? Sometimes, you know, and you're about the one into we should be okay with whatever we have. No. We are a footballing mad country. We are a country we always want to win. Say, you know, as a Ghana is okay with mediocrity. And the problem I may walk. Ghana is always okay with the young fans. As I come to Opana Uniska. If you are not being obedient, is an friend of Membisa. Say, Ghana be Membisa. The Benya be a young fans. But that is not Ghana. And Nigeria, where say Nigeria squad no more the boy. A goalkeeping department, you hardly change a goalkeeper from a national team. That's why I almost started Stanley Wabali. And Wabali is the national number 1 now. And now there was Maduko Okoye, who had a very good season with Udinese. But this season, no, because Stanley Wabali has been chosen as their number 1, until Sebibesino, Stanley is their number 1. And almost as Stanley Ed they put club leveler, and Maduko Okoye and make case. Into the goalkeeping department, you know, you hardly a bad is so better, son. Into no, you have to still give those players, you know, that confidence, keep their confidence levels. And the main is Benjamin Asari, as the confidence levels, you know, go so back. On why a mistake, or who's a mistake. Now I say I correct those mistakes, you know. Now, remember football, that is women's football. Summertex ladies, you see, they be America say in this life, they say a scout. Abrabona ya bon se wuniska bra wo baka say amode wudi ame wuniska wo say amume Summertex ladies say abeye team joining a crowd of oak ladies or the oak ladies to qualify to the Premier League. That is a very good omen. And look at the point no accumulating here no. Oak ladies in 12 points. Summertex ladies in 12 points. Now Samba ladies in 6 points. Now Roots sisters in 6 points and Law ladies in 0 points. And they know Oak ladies, and they are team Summertex ladies are qualified. And many Summertex ladies, what this project is about. Because one, the Western region is losing its ground in women's football. The football face in women's football face in the that is in Ghana, no, it was Western region. Secondly, Azakes ladies. And they know me betina kai ya boy FA Cup any Premier League. Ye hu Azakes are all stake claim say met me abo Premier League and FA Cup. At the end, see, Oko Sekenita Crade, say, as a things are falling apart. And they see was Sekenita Crade. And then Summertex 1996, in their wisdom, just recently, on mobile picture in 1996, now former Summertex. And then Summertex, Abe Ghana Premier League champions. Do you know the weight it carries? Apart from some Abe Ghana Premier League champions, no, you best start even this season Ghana Premier League, no petima, or bet me compete for the Ghana Premier League L'Oreal, na Summertex second, African home, because African will bar and so on your quality beyond understanding, so that you'll be able to compete and compete well. In African Anko, affect you domestically in the local league. And then almost started women's football, that is a female team. And a female team almost started, I think third season ani. Paul Anyaba, Edmond Aka, and Oren Century. We should just congratulate them. Say Summertex ladies, I buy another facet. From the Western region. Echo representing that is a Western region in women's football face. At the end of Munyebiu. All because, and do you know the monies that has gone into this project? Let me tell you here, girls, mobile Summertex ladies, most of them are secondary school girls. Few now what tertiary. What they do is that say no say school na walk me to school fees what the answer bra camp bedidi na didi na born. It is very simple. So the motivation at Summertex is very high. And then Hazakes make us ask him why Hazakes anya very careful. Ebeka kra that mansel na Hazakes ladies say they are the facets of football in Western region women's level. I ran a Summertex abeje from Munsim. Because in terms of financially, what are financially sound clubs are? Summertex is one of those teams in Ghana. And say just only male football team in Kwa and a female football team. And a man also say, manage your more. Let me tell you, a man will do baby or mubu or monsane at the idea. So the motivation should also go there. Some of the teams know Monya in motivation no firm. Attention na yedema in mema football no. It is not the same as the female that is the women's game. Into no we call a female team meaning team be or competing from the Western region at a point in time. Girl now no your goalkeeper for that team no. No into when you have time or say or command a benufu. What do you think will happen to that team? Because on another point now or drain the banner was stance no. Because after half time now or cost stance no. I saw Oko breastfeed akola. I was dancing. So those are the nitty-gritties. Inti so where Mba football now. Apart from everything, because Mba are easily wooed, especially so mudu teenage na. Ebe easy say bema beda down sabi ono na akoda. Inti no mudu sa stage na. Most of them are teenagers. Omudu sa stage na. You have to motivate them. Make sure say the omu here bia waya momo. Inti na say we need scar, could be tomatoes, and akwaye watermelon, and kwaye football. So we need scar, could be tomatoes, watermelon, but many football. Into Summertex, the motivation is very high. That is why in Nino, or Matsi Western region in him. Congratulations, felicidades.
Sene so na yene Ghana fonso enim komo yentie omuso adwenkyere ba ansa na no adwuma bi a woye company anase fie upese yebeye installation of internet and famawa the most trusted one a cloud internet for no reliable internet fast one and more stable one a cloud internet yeba be yes adwuma ni nyina de amount emfa ho ene ba bi a office anase adwuma no wo simple a remote area yeba be ye ni nyina e de amount ne bonso eda form CCTV camera installations and which Wi-Fi we pese nye bi mo a ye be ya ma digital security locks ene ehun nyoma ni nyinara ye we yaso ye okuma se ya top high ye ne Love FM dan no ene die ne we for 0244 601 933 0244 601 933 ofre ahoma so a ye be je so na ye ne wadi nkomo yenko ahoma no so na yen hyase ene Ghana for nkasa 0551 931 931 0551 931 931 0548 931 931 0548 931 931 first caller ewa homa so openi me pacho udin ene ba bia ofrefre
so if me anani
pacho yenkwe yetiu
ya anani kusuko de kuma ne pe Sompa if me mama baso na enra so ye mamembo chezi fo erika unika mbo mabaso so maje conference league no embo maje na kwa ndwa me ro hu ye papa ye say kete ndro je conference league no emba unim say champion league no team na we try last one to win one game try Slavia versus Leva for no so munya amrike tinya the same score and so waje cap we are eni kwa sumo ni je no wuri no tesa wututu gu mafo so waje trophy because trophy we Ghana ha kay Gamanche trophy as any dambo this in the compete that trophy we nti onya trophy bi a kyesa o trophy o gya no kwa so de ba ye do kuma ata tie nti Ember yɛnkɔ yɛnim na ndras yɛmmɔ kɔtɔtum na ba so sɛ Sunday yɛbɔ home against media ma ɛbɔ mpa sɛ duru a ɛnyɛ ntim bɔ no ɛwini yɛnkɔ yɛnim na yɛmfrɛ pa yie ɛmfa nkyɛ mtena fie cap no sɛ duru a Ember yɛgyina yɛbɛgye tap no
ɛno ɛyɛ yɛnnua anane adwenkyerɛ no no next caller good morning yes sir hello good morning abi solo yetio yanko solo yanko solo yanko
because Nigeria for no, many match, Ghana and Nigeria match be serious. Ghana for the serious. Because if I serious party, England near Bono, believe it's more league in a way. I didn't see quite a community about that game way. And World Cup qualified there. A community on the ball. But I'm not for the first time, they're not in the bubble blast, and I don't perform something that you know. Then you pass, you more, but the second half now. On top of me, good part. Oh, my idea, what is about so? I'm just to be a mission as a boy, but the Sunday against Media Man. You last so much, I have one, but the support is imitating that you couldn't get any idea.
Okay. Mr. Medase, Abisolo, next caller, good morning.
Good morning, Power.
Yes, I'm Pacho. We didn't know
a
big God, big God, big
God. Chane materials. Also, not to be 1 hour. Ye more person.
Big God,
Power. You the Eminia Sulu about the ball coaching about so many men on a pass. Also, 2 ado. Who said Ghana in Nigeria match? Ya Yemfeni Abro. Who go 2 ado? Ya qualify for World Cup. You call Nigeria. Who 2 ado na kuku. You could eat and couldn't say Ghana and Chatty and your match. Never slow to allow. As you share in selection, no 1 nice party, no one whom what they said last time will be to Yaman a coin. Your best record to support it. Your bomb match could see that I will bang a lago papa. Did the amount of whom what they normal. Yes, the woody and Sunday and saying, and to me, Angelina, Nanon Chesay, my pack, best than penny for. Pialo and Kabia, Omla Pack in my head. Winning a minute, my source near our prayer. Chacha need a big God, Miss Mafre.
Medasi, big God, Yamfa, Yan Escola. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Pacho, we didn't know if you are free, and we pay down near Kakramame. In career, Alidu, young way.
Okay, first of all, already, conference beginning. The first but Ghana goalkeeper, Benjamin Asare, the one about now I did be I was here. The saves our movies are correct. But the past now I am a mini kick here. I don't need this to come.
May I say, Yamfa next one. Hello, good morning. 0551931931 0551931931 0548931931 0548931931. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Yemfa next one. 0551 931931. I'll say 0548 931931 0548 931931. Frefeno. So, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good
good morning.
Yes, I'm Pacho. We didn't be afraid. Pacho, lower radio set now and Pacho, lower radio set and not your roof.
The many to look at like one opportunity. I was thinking, I'm a Ghana for you to look at it. Also, it's with me. Oh, now we go I say, I had been. Oh, I near me a company. Oh, what did the work about Baba? I never am about that. It's not some opportunity over here.
That's it. I know you in so dear. No. You fire next one. Hello, good morning, sir. 0548931931 0548931931. Also, be to my friend about so Black Stars issues. Ne, I'm on in Como Conference League in Como. How do I ding na? Good morning. Good morning.
Please, can you tell me the number again of the using of the Wi-Fi and the internet?
Oh, okay. Mesa Boswama, why? 0244 0244
yeah.
601
024301
933 0244 601 933
024301 933. Okay.
That's it. And no, next one. Good morning. I'm fine. Next caller. Good morning. 0548931931 0548931931. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, Sam. Pacho, we didn't be free.
Pacho family. Nana Puku Kasasi. The
Nana Puku Ebuakwa Yankwe.
The Pacho. You are telling me and I have to meet the damn king of Europe. You will be amply. I am quite a cup. It would you cup where you come as a king of Europe. Into a much as for a woman who are basso. We are quite a cup. I am moving.
Almost
the Yaman I said, we would be the land in a phone, near Maru. We are chasing the cup, yeah, and the young one of a guy. And that's a matching so. I thought that's one of some Kaka. You put a gentleman in the message, and more than an actual glass.
Okay, may I say, Yeniano Sodiano, you inquire your birthdays in the sauna and yen wrap up. Okay. Nti your birthdays no. Obapa Grace mame yenuaba Abubakar Sharifa. Okay. Nti mon fanchaye ene birthdays no mon fanchaye na yemfensia Yakopon. Okay, Abubakar Sharifa ene eyo birthday. Happy birthday. Enko Enfama Yunia Abubakar Sharifa and your birthday. Happy birthday. Enko Emao. Baby Awubiano Eradi Yankopon Omao Nyansa Eni Adom Enquatente Uko School Ewo KSTU Kumase Technical University Uwa level 300. We health statistician Eho Nebusiade. Happy birthday to you. Next, aye Grace Nana Equia Hinewa. Grace Nana Equia Hinewa. Yenuya Kumei, Yabay, and so and a birthday. Oko School, Holy Rosary International School, and what new Swami. Happy birthday to you, little girl. May you live to glorify your Maker. Next, aye Edujemfi Matilda, all the way from Doma Esikaso, Eho. And I want so war. Edujemfi Matilda, and ne Ewa Woda. Happy birthday and comma fine girl. Edujemfi Matilda. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. May you also live to glorify your maker. Final one, Elizabeth Mensah, aka Akosia Kata of Obuasi. Also, ye Juma, I was Perseus, a ho and a ye Juma, a decan mans, I am free from Mr. Wack. Hey, Wack, Madam Furano. Okay, happy birthday, and come Elizabeth Mensah, and they were with that fine girl, precious, glorious birthday, and come out. On this note, you draw the curtains down on today's show. Yankopon ya adumne Christo ama echanso yebesanso edi eshia ye boma baso from MCR Obapa Grace and the team. Kwabena Asante from Apostle General to Sir Prince to Philip Nkumsa Ejekum Blanks in Orlando to Mr. Wack aka the consumer. Me dey the Ember power me jetimi na name da masesa mo ne yetena yebesan so di ehia makro bibia ye ko Sompa Accra ne akwa kofa news enu echi no ohini ni betena ase with Sompa enkomo yakro bibia bye bye. Na name da masesa